Hi all, welcome to Beanie Composter. This is going to be a quick video. It's mid-autumn now, things are getting a bit damper and we've had a bit of rain, over the weeks. So you might come out to your hot bin and find a load of cotton wool has grown on top of your compost. So have a look at this. You might have experienced the same problem and be wondering what you should do. So you go to open your hatch to put your waste in and you're meted by a load of furry stuff all around the edges. If you have opened your hot bin and you've discovered this, then you might be concerned and you might go on the hot bin website and do a little bit of research, and you might find a bit of, a couple of articles that are a bit conflicting. So one of them says not to worry, it's just okay, you can just stir it in, and another one says like maybe take it out with some kitchen paper and dispose of it. But for me, it's not really a concern. With my hot bin, I know it's happened because, we've lost a bit of temperature there, it's come right down, and we're not actually in the hot composting zones now. So this hot bin hasn't been emptied for over 60 days, which I know the hot bin say, you can empty it after 90 days, but we done a video on cooking in the hot bin and we had the temperature really high for quite a while in this hot bin, so all the stuff has broken down extra quick, and I think what's happened is it's compacted at the bottom, that we're not getting enough airflow coming through anymore, and with the change in temperature and the dampness in the air, I think that's what's caused our hot bin to drop. So to resolve this, I'm going to need to empty the hot bin, give it a good stir up with some bulking agent, more paper, and keep feeding it. But this is just a quick video. If you do find this sort of mould in your hot bin, don't be concerned. It's not going to cause you any problems. If anything, it's a sign that it's breaking down your compost and everything that's in there. So you can just stir it in, add more waste. But if you've found the temperature's dropped and it's not really coming up, then it might be a sign that you need to take some compost out at the bottom just so you can create that airflow again, or you may have just restricted the airflow in some form. Like I said with mine, I'm pretty sure it needs emptying and that's restricting the airflow, but you could have just at the end of the autumn put your last lot of grass trimmings in there and not mixed up enough bulking agent and paper, and that's why it's gone a bit damp and cold and you've restricted the airflow. So just check, go back in your mind at what you've put in there and just check to see why you think the temperature has dropped, because that will be the main reason why you've got this mould in your hot bin. It's actually, it's getting dark quite quick now, so I haven't had time to empty this. So all I'm going to do today is I'm just going to stir this in and I'm going to add in some new waste, but I'm not adding any cooked food or raw bones or anything today. I'm just going to keep it like a normal startup because we've dropped below the 40 degrees. So if you look inside here, we are not wet at all, we're still quite dry. But I think we're just, we've got a restriction there, and it's so compressed at the bottom that the airflow is just not getting through anymore. But we've not gone anaerobic because we're still very dry and it doesn't smell bad. We've just got this cotton woolly effect that when you push on it, it just goes almost like, it's almost like candy floss. That's how I could describe it. So when you sort of push on it, it's like candy floss. It almost breaks down in your fingers and disappears. So just give it all a good stir around. And if we get good weather next weekend, I will be emptying this one.
Got the steam coming off.
Yeah, there's steam in there, but it's just a bit restricted, isn't it? So I'm going to add my waste in, which is basically just some veg trimmings, some old garden waste, and a bit of the bulking agent stuff from the hedge trimming and the rose bush. And I'm going to add in a handful of bulking agent with that. And I don't expect this to start getting hot again until I've actually emptied it, because like I'm saying, the airflow is probably really restricted now, so you're not, once that's happened, until you empty it, you're not gonna manage to resolve that. But this will just tie me over till next weekend, when I can hopefully get out and empty it. And we were quite dry in there, so I'm not going to add any more paper at the moment. So if you do come out and find that mould in your hot bin, don't be alarmed, don't panic, and don't worry. Just trace back your steps to see whether you've blocked the airflow, whether you've just got, like I have, too much in there and it needs emptying. And just give it a good stir up with some new waste in, plenty of bulking agent, some paper or cardboard, and just see how you go, see if it comes back up to temperature. But as I'm saying, I don't think this one will come back up to temperature now until I empty it. So at the weekend, most people, they wake up, they maybe have a bit of sex or a kiss and a cuddle. We wake up, get our clothes on, and we come out and film the hot bin. So if that's not worth a subscription, I don't know what is. Because this thing is affecting my sex life. So about a week ago we had the mould in the hot bin. I noticed the temperature was dropping down a bit. I did actually give that a stir up and feed it, and you know, we came back up to temperature again, and you know, we were just slightly in the green, and we've gone now back to, like, we're still in the green, but the mould is still growing on top. And I did say I was going to empty this maybe this weekend, but you know, time's just evaporating once again, and I don't really have the time for that. And a few people have asked, you know, as the winter approaches and your hot bin starts dropping in temperature, what should you do if you kind of don't want to carry on with it over winter? Well, what you can do is just leave all the stuff in there to just naturally decompose. It isn't going to cause you any problems. Even if you get a bit of mould on top, it's not going to cause you a problem. Just occasionally, if you can, give it a stir up, but you can just leave your waste in there until the springtime if you want to start again, you know, once the weather starts brightening up. And you know, for older people or someone with a disability, if there's like ice and snow, you don't want to risk coming out and, you know, tripping up or having a fall just to, you know, top your hot bin up. So you can just leave it, and then on a brighter day you can top it up with some, you know, veg peelings or, you know, some weeds. But if you are going to leave it to drop in temperature, don't go adding any cooked food and, you know, raw meat, bones, fish bones, things like that. Just add in your veg peelings now and again, and if it gets right to the top, then you can just leave it, forget about it until, you know, the better weather arrives. I hope this video has helped you out, and if you do get mould, don't be, you know, concerned about it. It's just a natural process. Until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. And until next time, happy composting and enjoy.